What's up, everybody? Aaron with Why We Love Horror, and Aaron Unwinds back for another letter in the alphabet, coming to you a little bit late here, a week later. Went to a screening last week, didn't get to see the movie, but got to drive like 3 hours for it. So either way, long story no one cares about. What they care about is the You movie we're here for. It's Unicorn Wars. That's why I've got the ears up. From 2022. Here's a very minimalist poster, but quite a nice poster. This movie is very, very interesting. It's directed by Alberto Vasquez, and I'll give a very simple version of the story. It's basically about a group of sentient teddy bears who are training young teddy bears to fight to defend the forest against and kill the unicorns, and who are trying to keep the sentient bears from creating society, essentially, or continuing to destroy the forest and create their society after they found some books in the church that was in the ruins that end up being their Bible. This movie is wild. I was expecting a Happy Tree Friends, oh, this is all these cute animals killing each other, and isn't that zany and crazy and very I don't know, kind of edgy humor. There's a little bit of that, but what ends up happening is a very profound, beautiful movie. Honestly, anti-war, but also so much more than that. Just it's such a peek into kind of civilization as a whole, and that sounds very strange, and the more you unwind, the more you're gonna, I feel be able to dive deep into that by the end of the movie, especially. And I'm not gonna spoil it here. By the end of the movie, where it goes is not all what I anticipated, and I'm still kind of piecing it together a week later. I really like this movie, and I feel like people who are fans of Studio Ghibli, if you've gotten through those movies, you're I'm a big Princess Mononoke is your favorite one, check out Unicorn Wars, because I think it belongs on that level. And maybe that's the Leaf talking, but I don't really care, because it's been over almost a week since I've seen the movie. Usually I'm reviewing these movies the day after I've watched them, so that, it can be fresh in the memory bank, but life happens. So I'm reviewing this a week later, and it's definitely a movie that, I hate to say it, has stuck with me. It's very, very good. And the animation's fantastic. As you can see, it's really solid, vivid 2D animation. I think this movie, shockingly, is for a lot of people. It looks like, oh, this is going to be for a very specific type. I don't think so. If you can get past, the appearance on the surface, I think there's a lot to dig into here. And I was rather impressed with the movie. So, I always try to wrap these up around 4:20. So we're going to wrap this up right now and head over to the ratings. For Z, I will wrap it up by 4:20. Totally by 4:20. But for this one, it's going to be a little over, and that's okay. This movie is over a 4.2 because I'm giving it a 4.5. Leaves nearly a 5 for me. This is fantastic recommendation from John. So he doesn't just recommend shit, he also recommends some good stuff. That's fantastic. Check out Versus. Speaking of good stuff, please check it out. There's just so many Versus episodes. You can pick any one you want. Pick the one with Adelaide where they review Medusa, because that one's very, very funny. But anyways, coming up for my last few letters in this challenge, we're up to V, and there's a lot of good V movies. I've seen a lot of them, to be honest with you. Veronica, a few other ones that were a little more off the beaten path that I've seen. One that I hadn't even heard of it until it was recommended from my courier, Steve, who's one of the few watchers of this channel. Hi, Steve. Vampires versus the Bronx. I've never heard of this, but I watched the trailer. It reminded me of Hey Arnold and Attack the Block mixed together, and those are a few of my things that I enjoy. So we will be checking that out next week. It's on Netflix, I believe. So looking forward to that. And check out everything else coming up here. Thanks for the support.